There are houses in Bloomsbury that keep their doors closed not against the street, but against the hour the family chose to die in. Number 47 Withling Square was such a house, and the late Mrs. Quenell had set her hour at 11 of the November night. Mr. Edgar Pell stepped down from the four-wheeler at 10:30 into a fog so thick the gas lamp halos along the railings were unreadable, and felt at once that the house was waiting for him, politely, the way a hostess waits when the gong has already gone. He found the brass plate by touch. Quenell. He rang. The door opened on a hinge so well oiled it made no sound, and a woman in mourning crepe, perhaps 60, the color of horsehair settled into a chair too long, stepped aside without greeting.
Mr. Pell, the solicitor, the mistress is no longer with us.
My condolences, Hester.
He had her name from the letter. The hall was lit only by a single oil lamp on the mahogany side table. The air smelled of candle soot and lavender, and somewhere a clock kept the slow business of an unkind hour. On a tarnished silver salver beside the lamp, a calling card lay alone. He bent to read it. Mrs. Quenell, at home. The corner of the card had been turned down.
She left it that way, sir.
Hester said, watching him.
The corner is turned down by the visitor herself. She paid the call in person. Mr. Pell, she always did.
He looked at her then. Her eyes were hollow-eyed, the lids quiet, and the lace of her collar was older than she was, he said carefully.
When was Mrs. Quenell last seen?
30 years come Lady Day, sir. The doctor signed her certificate, but she keeps the house. She keeps the salver. The corner is turned down by the visitor herself.
He took the will from his breast pocket and broke the wax. The clause was short, written in Mrs. Quenell's own copperplate, dated 1847. I leave the freehold of 47 Withling Square, and all the house contains of plate and obligation, to whomsoever shall next answer the door, after the 11th hour of the night of my removal from the world. A bell pull stood beside him, set into the patterned wallpaper with brass roses. The cord was warm.
The mistress was removed at dusk today. Mr. Pell, the doctor came at the 7th hour. I answered. The vicar came with a certificate at the 9th. I answered. The undertaker came at the 10th. I answered.
You came at the past, sir, and I have answered in this house at 3 in the morning. Every bell since the day was old.
She lifted the calling card from the salver and held it out, the corner turned down, the writing facing him as a hostess offers her name.
The card is yours now.
He did not take it. The clock in the morning room began to strike the 11th hour, slowly, in a small civil chime that did not die between strokes. Somewhere upstairs a sash rattled. Somewhere below, a kettle settled to the boil in a kitchen he had not seen. Drifting candle soot rose from the wick of the oil lamp and stained the wallpaper a degree darker. On the wall to his left stood a second shadow beside his own, narrower, half a second slower when he moved.
Hester.
He kept his voice low.
Who answers the door after you?
She smiled. The smile did not reach her bloodless lips.
Why, sir, the next visitor. The corner is turned down by the visitor herself.
She opened the morning room door, and on the chair by the cold hearth he saw a woman seated in lace and mourning crepe, deathly pale, with skeletal hands folded in her lap. A woman not there when he came in. She had Hester's face, only younger by 40 years. A single candle had been left lit for her, and the wick stood a finger's breadth taller than its flame. The last stroke of 11 had not quite finished when the bell rang. The door behind him opened on its silent hinge. A young woman stood on the step, gloved hands still raised to the bell pull, a calling card already held politely between her fingers. The fog at her shoulders had the look of a veil arranged by another hand. Her cameo brooch caught the gas lamp glow, and behind her the night was a level black that the lamps could no longer push against.
I am here, sir, about the post of companion,
she said. The corner of her card was turned down. Behind her, fog pressing against the window of the waiting carriage seemed indifferent to whom it returned. Mr. Pell stepped aside, the way an heir steps aside on the night his inheritance is delivered. He had become the answerer at number 47 Withling Square. He bowed her in.
Mrs. Quenell is at home,
He said. His voice was almost his own.